Good morning. Hey, welcome to Big Purpose Mastermind. Super excited to have you here. Super excited to share some of the things that I have for you today. Today's session is going to be awesome. Anyway, some things have happened recently that are really pretty remarkable. I'm excited to share them with you in today's session, especially if you are feeling like you have a big purpose, but you're not qualified to step into that, and you're not sure how to move forward since you don't have the credentials and things. If you've been feeling like that, today's session is absolutely for you. So I want to give you just a little bit of a rundown. First of all, yes, it is Marie Forleo week. We are on day 4. Real quick, I'm going to run through some of the other days. As you can see right there, there's a big number 1. So that's day number 1. On day 1, which was Monday, we talked about her origin story, where she started out and where she has ended up. And the contrast between her start and where she's at right now is just incredible. Again, it gives you this idea that I can absolutely do it. So I hope that gives you that encouragement. If you missed day 1, well, if you missed any of these, I'll show you how to get them. Day 2 on Tuesday. Oh, yeah, we talked about overcoming obstacles. Marie Forleo wrote this book called what is it? Everything is figure outable. Okay. But she uses that principle in how she does her things. So anyway, you want to check out that. That's a great thing. In episode 3, we looked at a little bit more of kind of her start and her progress on her Marie TV show. It's really cool and fun to watch these and see what happened along the way to add more people to her team. So that took the burden off of her. It increased the quality, just really kind of some fun stuff. So that was Wednesday. And if you missed that, here we go. If you missed that, you will want to go over to schoolofhumanity.tv and you'll be able to catch past episodes, not just of Marie's stuff, but also you'll find Les Brown in there, Meg Johnson, and others. Great stuff. It's free. That's schoolofhumanity.tv. Now, today we are going to look at Marie as a case study on her innovative video strategies. Specifically, we're going to talk about B-School, if you know about B-School. But before we jump into that, I have a couple of things. First of all, I want to share this quote with you because this mastermind is for anyone who feels like they have a big purpose. They have a calling, a mission, a life's work to accomplish, and you're not quite sure how to do it. It feels bigger than you. You're not sure how to step into that. Is it even possible for you? And if you're anything like me, you feel some anxiety on this. Well, during this mastermind series, we look at some of the masters of influence, and we find some things in there that maybe we can model that can help us to be able to share our big purposes, our messages. So with that, here's a quote from Alex Haley. Oh, absolutely love this. He says, "I wasn't going to be one of those people who died wondering what if. I would keep putting my dreams to the test, even though it meant living with uncertainty and fear of failure. This is the shadowland of hope, and anyone with a dream must learn to live there." Alex Haley. Great quote. Okay, so if you feel like you have something in your heart that really needs to get out, you feel this maybe nagging little voice inside that says you were meant for more and you have more to give, I hope the things that you find in this mastermind series will help you really, truly step into your purpose. So with that, I'm going to turn off the slides for just a minute. I'm going to tell you a couple of stories that happened actually last night. So last night I went to a National Speakers Association. It was called Paid to Speak. It was an event and I was invited to speak. So a friend of mine told me to apply for it and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do that. And anyway, so I applied and they accepted me. And when they accepted me, I thought, oh, shoot, what have I done? Because one of the things so many people, I guess, don't know is I am a huge introvert. It terrifies me to speak in front of public. It actually terrifies me to speak on camera, but I've been doing it enough that I get a little bit more used to it. Well, you know, it's been some people say, wow, you're an introvert. I never would have guessed. But I had this huge panic attack last night, and I remember sitting in the audience, and and my friend was there that told me to apply, and I was like, "You did this to me!" I really wanted to be frustrated with that. But I remember also feeling like I'm here to serve. I've learned some things on how to get your message out there, how to relieve yourself of that purpose anxiety, how to create trusted source video. Actually, let me just real quick add this graphic. I'll hide. No, I'll come over here. Okay, so trusted source video lets you serve, helps you scale it. Sorry, it helps you serve, it helps you sell, it helps you scale. Trusted source video is what changed things for me, to where I realized, oh my goodness, using the tools and technologies that we have, I can get my message out. I can help people. I can serve them in the way that resonates with me as a quiet, shy introvert, as a person who really doesn't crave the spotlight, doesn't want to be up on stage, having everyone look at him and, listen to him, but just wants to genuinely help other people. That's where I resonate. And this is what I've learned. And I hope that in the things that I share with you, it gives you some ideas about what you could do too. Okay. So that story was number one last night. It was really nice. And actually, it went over really well. I didn't throw up on anybody. My friend was sitting way up high. He said, I wanted to get out of the splash zone of that, because I told him just my anxiety. But it went great. And kind of the cool thing, again, I really worked hard to go into it with a service mindset of who can benefit from hearing these new ideas and hearing this kind of a new way of approaching things. And there were two ladies that talked to me, and they said, your message was for me. And so my message today is for you. Okay. And we're going to talk about Marie Forleo and B School. Anyway, what happened was, both ladies came up and basically said kind of the same thing. Here's what I want to speak about. Here's what just is this passion in my heart, but I'm not qualified to do it. I don't have the degree. I don't have the credentials. I'm not a coach. I'm not a counselor. I'm not a therapist or anything like that. And yet they had this yearning in their heart that they really wanted to get out. Okay. Today's message is for you. We're going to talk about Marie Forleo. We're going to talk about how she does B School. And B School, I think, stands for business school, but it's like her own way of doing things. Now, right now, if you are not familiar with Marie Forleo, check out those past episodes. Actually, I will put a link up when I push this video live. You'll be able to. Actually, I'm just going to put it in the chat right now. Okay, so it's in the chat. If you want to watch the full video of Marie Forleo that we're going to look at today as she talks about B School, you can find that link in Facebook, maybe on YouTube Live. I'm not really sure. But anyway, then you can click and watch that. Okay, so Marie Forleo started B School. It's her whole platform is to create a life and a business that you love. And she teaches people business principles, but also life coaching principles. Well, what degrees does she have? Where does she go to college? Does she have a diploma, up behind her? No. She was somebody who's experienced some things herself, but also who reaches out to other people and listens to them and pulls in experts and reads a lot of books. And then she just presents that to people in the training and the learning that she's learned. She doesn't have anybody giving her this authority that you could actually go and talk about this. She's just stepped into her purpose. Okay, if you are feeling like, oh, I can't, like one of these women, she has 5 boys. She's a mother. She raised 5 boys successfully, and now she's kind of trying to figure out, or she went through this period trying to figure out her identity now. Like, who is she? What is she about? And she realizes more women are like that. They're going through those struggles, and she wants to help them, but she's having this inner battle. This what do you call it? Impersonator. You know what I'm talking about? Like when you have that imposter syndrome. Yeah. And she's like, I'm not qualified to talk about this. And yet she is. She's had experiences that if she just packages those up in a good way, in a framework or something like that, that the next person back, she can help them, or the next person. You just have to be a little bit further along in the journey to make that difference with others. Okay, so with that, hopefully that gives you kind of some context about how you can step into your purpose. You don't need permission. You don't need like this paper that somebody gave you that said, yeah, she studied or you studied. Okay, you just have to start serving, and you're going to make mistakes along the way. Okay, so with that, let me share with you. Let me share with you this episode of Marie TV, where she talks about B School. And in this, she talks about what has been kind of the success things about B School. And with that, let me turn up some volume so you should be able to hear her. Put in the chat if you need it a little bit louder. And here we go.
Days over deliver. So we routinely have folks that tell us, oh my goodness, Marie, I would have paid $10K for the B School. Who knew? It was so robust. And we've also had
it's going to give us an ad,
and
right?
PhD grads tell us that B School was way more actionable and way more valuable than the degree that they spent tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars on.
Okay, I'm just going to stop it right there. Okay, so what she has done, she's taken all this learning, she's taken, and she has created this thriving online business. Like, she's the one that you want to learn from. You don't want to learn from a professor at a university who doesn't have an online class or online school or an online show or something like that. You want to learn from somebody who's doing what you want to do, who's already where you're at. And you are probably that person for someone else. You've gained some experience, you've gained some insights, and now you can pass that along to the person behind you. Okay, you don't need permission from the universe. You don't need credentials. You don't need, a degree or something that somebody else gives you that then is supposed to calm your nerves about that imposter syndrome. You just need to step into your purpose. You need to look within you and find out, okay, what is it that I truly have to share that can make a difference to other people, and then share that. Okay. Now, if you have missed some of the other episodes, sorry, I keep calling them episodes, but really they're sessions. Okay, we're doing mastermind sessions, and the cool thing is that I'm building in some things in here to where if you direct message me, I'm going to bring you on so we can actually talk about some of these things, especially if they are situations that you're going through right now. We make those really applicable to you. So if you missed any of her other sessions, you can find those at schoolofhumanity.tv. You'll also find Meg Johnson, Les Brown, and others will be in there soon. But just wanted to get you started. Schoolofhumanity.tv. It's free. You get access in there to all of this great stuff. And then again, if you direct message me, there may be some ways that you can get specific help for what you are going through. So with that, I just want to tell you, I just want to encourage you to listen to that inner voice. If you have this knowing that you were meant for more, that you do have a big purpose, you have a calling, a mission, this life's work to accomplish, listen to that inner voice, follow it and take those steps. They're going to be uncomfortable. They're going to be hard. But if you look at what other people have done before, there are some things that you can learn that will make your path easier. I believe video is the way to do that. I believe it's a great way to genuinely serve, sell, and scale, because people can look in your eyes, they can hear the sincerity of your voice, and they can say, yes, that's someone I want to work with. You can absolutely do this, and hopefully you'll get some ideas as we go along this series that will help you do that. So with that, I will see you tomorrow. Oh, I got to tell you a little bit about tomorrow's show. Tomorrow's show is going to be awesome. So as she's built up B School, she brings in experts. Again, as she's built up Marie TV and B School, she brings in these different experts. And one of her experts that she brought in was Seth Godin. So we're going to we're going to look at one of the videos she did with him and some insights that she's gained. And as she's worked with all of these different people, again, stepping into her purpose, going into uncomfortable things, talking to people who may be way above her level, or at least, she felt like that at the time that she stepped into it, and then bringing that knowledge to you. You can absolutely do this too. And with that, I will see you tomorrow at Big Purpose Mastermind.